Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. So, you know how this works? Just like to remind you, though, it's not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So, something doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind. It'll pop up whatever it's supposed to be later. So, so he comes in kind of bebopping along. Kind of, he's trying to give me, I don't know if it's this sign. I can't. It's one of those signs. It's not the middle finger. It's one of these that he's. I don't know if he's giving it to me or you. He says, "What's up, chickie?" He kind of does one of these. What's up? Okay, now I do my eyes to my lotion, which I need to put on my legs here in a minute because they're so dry. So I don't know if just done this. You need to do this. You guys did this all the time. Don't know what he's referring to, but he'll give me just enough so you ought to know what he's referring to. It's not for me to know. Something about down the street. Down the street. Did you go to somebody's house down the street? Of course, down the street to them. Who knows how far that is? Like when they say a minute ago, it's like they don't have clocks, they don't have calendars. A minute ago can be a year ago. They usually have a pretty good sense of time, though, since they've been here and they understand. How are you going to get there? I don't know if he's still referring to down the street. You're still beautiful. He's showing your heart's still black. Black is not that you're a mean person or you're a bad person. Black as in still, he's not showing it broken, he's showing it black, like hard as a piece of coal. He says eventually you're going to have to let it turn a different color. You're going to have to let it turn back to red. But right now, it's still black. It's still, you're still in grief. You're still, like I said, he doesn't mean that you cold-hearted bitch or anything. He's not anywhere close to that type of thing. He says you're still cranky about him leaving. Now he says cranky, cranky, cranky. He says you've screamed at him, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I used to try to find some farmer so I could go out in the middle of 100 acres and just scream as loud as I could where nobody would hear me and think that I was dying or something. Of course, they'd probably think some bobcat was out there and they'd come hunting me down, thinking I was some horrible animal out there wounded. That's not funny. It hurt. Pain is real. Pain is intense. It's real. He says he says, and sometimes it takes a while, but he's patient. He's expanding his shoulders, and he goes, I have broad shoulders. I can take it. Something about your toes. Sorry, they make my head itch. Your energy makes my head itch when they get too close. It's kind of like you've got a bare foot, like you're sitting in your house and you've got a bare foot, and it's not flat on the floor, but it's up a little bit, and it's like he's underneath your toes, like tickling. So you should feel that. Don't know whether it'll feel like tickling. Everybody feels it different. It could just feel like a bug crawling on the bottom side of your toes, or something about a cat. C-A-T, cat. Brushing against your leg too. So have you lost a cat at some point? Somebody has. Let's see if he's going to show it clear enough where I can describe it. It's up to them. Well, it's not like cats don't do this all the time, but this cat has the tip of its tail is really not curled clear down, but it's really crooked over at the tip of the tail, and it looks like it pretty much was like that a lot, or maybe all the time. He's saying crooked tail, but I can't see the rest of the cat well enough. But anyway, somebody had this cat. If it's not your cat, his cat, somebody had this cat, and he's trying to let somebody know that their fur baby is there, but it's like you're going to feel it. So I don't, maybe it was your cat. Could have been when you were younger too. Doesn't matter. It's a darker color, seems to be, from what little I can see of it. They're just concentrating on this tail. So no, he's run into the kitty, and he wants you to know that what you feel brushing against your leg is that kitty. And if you don't like that, tell him. It's your house, it's your body, it's your thing. If something like that bothers you, tell him, don't do that anymore. So he says, what would be the best way to contact you? It's like, what? And then he's showing a cell phone. So watch your cell phone. Like if his picture randomly pops up where it normally wouldn't, or you get a call from his number, or something that would that when it happens, you'll think of him, or it's just totally out of the ordinary. I can't think, I had it happen the other day. I don't remember what it was. Now, if you do it, that doesn't count. It has to be something random. So no, when that happens, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more, if that's what you want. At your free will choice. I feel like grabbing a crystal. I don't know why. I feel like grabbing this crystal. Like, I need to. I don't remember what it's called. My mentor, Reiki Master, gave me this. And since I can't remember what it's called, I'd have to go through my notes. I can't tell you to get one. Maybe you just need a crystal to hold. Okay, well, you didn't tell me to grab that one. Okay, so I might have told you this before. If you get a piece of rose quartz, this is way bigger than you need, but I got this one pretty cheap, and I love it. But I get this was given to me by my Reiki mentor. I have rose quartz all around. The smaller ones, the little bitty ones are just as good. That one doesn't even look very pink. Anyway, get you a little chunk. Cost $3, $4, $5. You can get it on Amazon, eBay, and most of mine I think on eBay. If I can't get to a woo-woo store. If you go to a woo-woo store, I pick out the ones that have faults in them. I pick out the ones that have cracks in them, the ones nobody else wants, because I feel like that's like me. I have my cracks and my quirks that nobody else would pick. So I pick the lonely quartz, shall we call them. Anyway, so I would suggest rose quartz, because that's for love. That's for your heart. Set it out in the full moon. Let it recharge and hold it on your heart. Whenever you're feeling really bad, hold it on your heart. Or just keep it. See, like this one, since my Reiki master gave it to me, sits right in front of me when I'm working. So again, I feel like grabbing this other one. And I could look through my notes here and tell you, but I don't think that's the purpose. Anyway, see if you feel the crystal. I don't feel them, but I was told because I'm used to their vibration that I don't feel them like I used to. Try it. I keep a amethyst in my jean pocket usually at all times. There's crystals in my purse, there's crystals in my truck. There's crystals around my neck. So anyway, he's thinking that will help you. And it'll also help clear the black in your heart. Actually, hey, cool. Get you a piece, charge it, and ask it to take the black out of your heart. And that will start making your heart heal a little bit. It needs to heal. It doesn't mean you're going to forget him. It doesn't mean you're letting him go. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just is going to give you a little peace. And take some of the anger of him leaving. It'll help with that. He says you keep asking yourself, how am I going to survive? How am I going to survive now? He said eventually you will see how you're going to survive, and not only that, but you're going to see, I don't want to call it lessons, because usually I call it lessons, but I don't want to call him a lesson. You'll see the purpose of your relationship with him. In the near future, you're going to sit back and actually understand the purpose of that relationship, and you're going to be able to use it further in your life. I hope that makes sense. I know what we're trying to say. Going to understand how to use what you had in that relationship, in that love, somewhere else. He says, and it's going to be beautiful. I don't know that he's just talking about a relationship with somebody else new, or just with things in general in life. He said both. And it will be okay because I will applaud you. All I want is for you to be happy and fruitful Doesn't sound like me, but it is, because I feel different now. It's like he's really mellow. I hear my hummingbird chirping again. They're noisy this morning. They make a lot of noise for a little bitty bird, and I love them. They're my favorite. He says, so know that life can only get better, but you have to create it. He mentions a horse. And he just showed me like a, it's almost like a plastic horse with a cowboy on it. Just, it doesn't even look real. I don't know if you have a toy horse. If you do, watch it, see if it falls over or moves or something. I don't know what he's trying to show me. It's a horse with a cowboy with a cowboy hat on it, and the cowboy has his head bent down so I can only see the hat. I can't, the top of the hat, I can't see the guy. Don't know what he's doing with this. Anyway, just keep that in mind. If you see something like that, it's almost like a sombrero instead of a Stetson. Okay, so he's drawing my eyes to my calendar, which, of course, this is September 15th, but I'm looking at the 13th, which is Monday. So I don't know if it's the 13th of the month. Put something about Monday, something happened on Monday, something important on Monday. I don't know why he's drawing my eyes to that day, so I might have to stretch that outside the box a little bit. Yeah, he says, clearer. And I said, yeah, make it clearer. Let's get a little more detail here. He says he can't. I don't know why he can't. He says, what are you going to do to make things better? It's time. Now he's talking about a happy meal. Happy meal. You've been to McDonald's recently? I don't know if he's... I feel like he's referring to McDonald's. Did you eat a Happy Meal recently? If not, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. I hate being so vague. Maybe you recently had a happy meal with somebody or people, or he's going now. He's just trying to validate that it's him. Are you ready? Are you ready to step forward? Are you ready to start doing what you need to do? Are you ready? And he's holding his hand out to you. Like, come on, I'll take your hand. I'll help guide you there. So ask him. You have to ask. They cannot override your free will choice. I don't know if I've told you this before. You have to ask. So if you need help with something, you need help moving forward, you need help with the heart, you need help with finding a job, you need help with whatever, something he was good at doing here, he says, I'll be good at helping to ease you into your next step. He's holding his hand out to help you. Ask him, give him permission to, if you want him to. Otherwise, it's your free will choice. And then you have to be ready to allow whatever is brought to you after you ask. You ought to see all the good stuff they bring me, and I go, no, I don't want it. Because it's my free will choice. Might be a dumb choice, but it's still my free will choice. So he's extending his hand, his arm, to help you, but you have to allow it. And he says, you're standing there like this. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So when you're ready, it's your free will choice to do it whenever you're ready. He says you're dragging your feet. Howdy, howdy, ho. Heidi, Heidi, ho. Heidi, ho. That doesn't sound like something he would say. I'm not sure why he said that. Maybe you just recently watched something where they said Heidi, ho. He says, when are you going to be ready? Don't let anybody rush you, not even them. Not even them. Don't let them rush you. But don't stay there forever either. He started to say something like I opened my mouth and he just stopped. Okay, so he's... Why do I feel like I need to grab my crystal again? That's crazy. He's singing the song called I Swear by John Michael Montgomery. Even if he didn't listen to country music, doesn't matter. They'll refer to something that I know. So I know, because if he refers to some, I don't know if he listened to hard rock or, if he listened to things like that I don't listen to, I would never pick the song up. So anyway, go Google, YouTube that song. And there's messages in there for you. And you could be, know that will be another sign. And you could be, say, walking through Walmart and you can hear it on the intercom thingy, or randomly flipping channels, and it could just pop up on your radio. They love electronics because it's easy for their energy to manipulate. And he says, I swear. He says, pay attention to the words. He says, everything is hard. Nowadays, everything is hard. This only makes it harder. But it will get better. You will realize I'm by your side to help you. And you'll figure out how to do it this way. I swear. I feel like I need to grab my crystal again, and this is not a protection crystal, so it's not something bad. All right, let me see if I can find it in my notes here. Well, I can't seem to find where she wrote it down because she writes everything down for me because I'm so scatterbrained. Anyway, maybe it's just for me, or it would have shown up because I have most of her notes in front of me. He says, know that I love you, know that I want the best for you. We can make this work so I can help guide you. Don't rely too heavy on me. I can help. You have to take the steps. I can help. You have to take the steps. Don't rely too heavily on me. So don't concentrate totally on him all the time. That's what he's trying to say. He says, don't be obsessed with him. I've been there, done that. It will get better. That's for me. Okay. With that, he's going to leave. I don't know what he's saying. Chimmy, chipper, chimmy, chipper, chipper, chimmy, chimmery, chip, chip. I don't know. That one you're going to have to stretch out. That may not make any sense. I don't know what he's trying to say, but it's chimmery, chummery. Something sounds like that. Stretch it outside the box. If it doesn't make any sense, let it go. He's not quite getting what doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it will to you. You'd be surprised at things that come out of my mouth that I go, oh, I don't get that. It's not for me to get. And then people will come back and go, I knew exactly what they meant. Go, okay. That's the whole point. Anyway, much love to you, my dear. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice again. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.